This is what I call the MySpace lips. Yes, that's what the girls do on MySpace. Doesn't that drive you nuts? Girls get on MySpace and it's all about the lips, all about the eyes, and all about other things too. But we're not going to talk about that. Today, I want to talk to you about the romance fairy and what she does to help you bring the romance back into your life or to keep it there. I want to talk about back in the day. Remember back in the day when you first met your partner and it was like so exciting and everything you did was super, super cool, and you were telling all your friends, oh my gosh, I met this person and they're so incredible, and if you're a girl, you probably borrowed his jacket, you took it home and you slept with it for 2 or 3 days, and you said, oh my god, this smells so good, and you were just really crazy about this guy. And so you guys dated for a while, and things were really good, and maybe you slept with him right away, maybe you made him wait, and you know, you guys were just having a lot of fun, and if you did have sex was super passionate and exciting, and there was lots of romance and great things happening, and all you had to do was just kiss you one time and you pretty much could have an orgasm. So, you know, that doesn't always last. And I don't want to say that all relationships don't last, because I've been doing this business for 10 years. I talk to women every weekend, and many women tell me that they've been in relationships for 50 years and that their relationship is still incredible. So I don't want to say that everybody will have, after the honeymoon period is over, that you were going to have a crash, because if you work on it, you have date nights, you take care of each other's needs, things could be great. What I do want to talk about is when things aren't. So what happens? You're excited, you're dating, you guys get engaged. You get engaged, and then it's really exciting because then you're planning for your wedding, and you guys are so excited that you're going to get married, and it's just like a fairy tale, and everything's so happy, and you guys might move in together, or you might not right away, and everything's just really exciting. So then you get married and everything, and then you go off to your honeymoon, and you guys are so happy. You come back, and what happens? Well, you might stay happy forever after. You know, that could really happen. Or what could happen is that you guys get busy, you have children, you have bills and responsibilities, and the house is dirty, and things need to be done, and there's not a lot of time anymore for romance, love, and passion. So you guys have to really take time to make sure that you're finding that time to make date nights, to get out there and to take care of each other. So one of the things, this is actually really funny, I think. So how many of you have the partner that says, honey, we have 10 minutes, let's do a quickie? How many people have that person? And you're like, 10 minutes? Who's gonna have an orgasm in 10 minutes? It's not gonna be the girl. And you know that's true. And guys, if you think that's true, you know, maybe you do have that one girl who does always have the orgasm really fast, or you might have the girl that's faking orgasms really fast. And most likely, just let me tell you the facts. 75% of women cannot have an orgasm without clitoral stimulation. So unless you're down there with your hand, or if you have a toy or something, women are not going to have any satisfaction in that 10-minute quickie in the morning. So if she's taken a shower the night before, there's no reason for her to have sex. I mean, girls, really think about it. If we could have an orgasm every single time that we had sex, wouldn't we be right there with the guy having sex wanting to have sex every time? So, you know, it's really sad when people go into relationships or go through relationships, and you get to that point where there is no honeymoon period anymore. So I'm the romance fairy. I want to spice your relationship back up. So what I have is, well, first let me tell you a little story. There's a story before you, right after you've been conceived. Sometime after you've been conceived, not right after, but males and females start off with the same sex organ. So we have the male over here, we have the female over here. And when the male sex has been determined, he grows a penis. When the female sex has been determined, she grows a clitoris. And it actually, I'm going all the way out, but it stops and it becomes a clitoris. So when the man becomes aroused, his penis fills with blood, and he's stimulated. And when a woman becomes aroused, her clitoris fills with blood as well, but it stops. So we both start with the same sex organ. We can both be stimulated in the same ways. Thank goodness for women that we don't show it as much. Ours can be hidden under clothing. But one of the things that can happen with this is that women have a hard time getting in the mood, because there's only really a couple days during the month that women can seriously get horny. And I don't want to say that that's the only time women are horny, because some women are always horny, and that might be you. But if this is you, and there's only a couple days of the month that you really get horny, and that's usually the time that you're ovulating, and when the egg's coming down, it's nature's way of guaranteeing that you're going to reproduce, sends hormones out into your body, and makes you feel like you want to have sex. So that happens a couple times a month. You know, when those days happen, when you just wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, I have got to have sex today. So those are the days. But what about all the other days, the 28 days of the month, when he wants to have sex and you don't? So this is a product I want to tell you about. This is called Pure Satisfaction Enhancement Gel. This is amazing. I do passion parties, first of all. I do passion parties, and I was at this party a while back, and this girl had been coming to my parties, she was like 5 parties she had attended. Somebody had booked a party from a party from a party. So 5 parties later, she's still there, and she comes in and she says, I'm talking about Pure Satisfaction. She's like, oh my gosh, that stuff is incredible. I bought that a while back, and the other night I was awake, and my partner was sleeping, and I put this on his wiener, and it hit all hard, and it stood up straight. And she said she couldn't believe it. And everybody is, just like, wow, this is crazy. So this stuff really works. What it does, let me tell you what it does, is after I just told you about the sex organ. So what happens with the men? This can work for men or women. So it's not always the woman who's not in the mood. It could be the guy. He's tired. He has to work late. He gets up early. He's got stress at work. He just doesn't feel like coming home and having sex every day. And maybe she does. So what you do with this is you just take a little tiny bit and you put it on your sensual spot, and you know where that's at, the very sensitive spot. This is going to get very, very incredibly powerful. You're going to get excited, right? What happens is it has L-arginine in it, and L-arginine, what it does is it draws the blood into the area of either the penis or the clitoris. And so you can be aroused in both areas. So it draws the blood into there and helps you get in the mood really, really fast. So women, if you have a hard time getting in the mood, this is amazing. Men, if you just can't get in the, get it up, this will really help you to do that, to keep you going. And when you do have orgasms, it's going to be way over the top incredible. Pure Satisfaction Enhancement Gel. You can find it on my website, theromancefairy.com. You can always book a party with me. Love to bring you on as a consultant on my team. Give me a call, hit me up on Facebook, and I'll look forward to talking to you on the next video.